Hi there. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, The Overflow Life with Dr. Okay. If you're a new subscriber, it means you just stumbled into this and you have not subscribed. I appeal to you, please subscribe and get on board in this. And if you're a returning subscriber, it's nice to have you come back. Yeah. Here in the Overflow Life channel, we talk about topical issues that border on personal development, family related issues, and we just try to have the best of life, how to navigate these things and have the best of life. All right, today I'm talking about culture and belief and how they interplay and affect our life. And also, we'll dabble into care of our brain, how to care for our brain. So, let's hit the road running. All right. Culture and belief, they're very strong interplay and shaping our lives and behavior, the outcome of what our life will be. And this is because culture drives what we do. Let me give you an example. When our parents, when I say our parents now, people who are 70, 80 years as are today, at the time they were married, what usually happened is then they were strong on communal living, and so what happens is if any man that wants to marry, the parents will go looking out for young girls that they consider strong, fit to take care of a man. And the way to judge that is she'll be very domestic. She has to be very domestic. She should be strong enough to go to the stream, which are usually far off, fetch water, come back home, and be able to take care of the house, cook, and do all other things without fainting. So they consider that as good enough. And so, any young girl that is not able to do that, or they see as not able to do that effectively or do that well, is not considered strong enough. So, nobody will want to marry her. No matter how beautiful she is, nobody will want to marry her. So that goes to show that the expectation that they have will determine who the wife will be, who the young wife should be. So that happened in African setting, what it was. And another example that I can think of is what used to happen then is you have a situation where table wasn't a very common thing. Some didn't have table, and so you have mats. They sit on the mat. This would be like my grandfather's days. Sit on the mat, and so when the wives come to serve the food, they knew to get the food down. So they are. It is now saying that the woman is kneeling to give food to the husband, and oh, that was the culture then. It was accepted, is what they were doing then. But now, in our own age and time, now, anybody that wants to marry will not want to marry a woman that does not have what she's doing. She doesn't have a skill. She doesn't have anything she's doing. It's not just come to a man's house, sit down, and look pretty. It is not right. It's not okay in this age and time that what the future ambition of a young girl is to find a man to marry her and she's okay, she's satisfied. No, marriage is two people who have agreed to do life together. So if you have agreed to do life together, you've agreed that you're coming to learn and grow together. So it means you're coming with yourself whole. You have to be complete. You come whole to marry, learn, and grow together. Then you can have a flourishing marriage. If you're coming in there and feeling that marriage is going to make you whole, then you definitely will be frustrated in marriage, because everybody comes into the marriage with the expectation of bringing value. So I'm bringing value. And we'll have this saying, we say, what are you bringing to the table? You're coming to marry. What are you bringing to the table? In it. So it means then the expectation is whatever girl they are marrying is that can come and be able to take care of the family. That is the yardstick. That's what's name. And that calls for, even in this age and time now, that was what was happening then. So in this age and time now, we'll talk about all round development for a person. So if you're somebody who is laid back, you're not ready to do anything, you're just looking for handouts who will give you, you will have a challenge with that, because you have to bring value. You have things that are deposited in you. You go to school, you're a graduate. So going to school and getting a degree opens your head, your brain, so that you can develop yourself. You should have a drive to do something, and which calls for, because human as we are, man evolves. So if we are making progress in our life, today we'll talk of computer. You see little children and they can operate computer. These are indigenes of technology. We are people that were brought in it. They were born into it, so they are indigenes of technology. And you see them operate the laptop and with ease and all. So if you're an adult at this time and you don't even, you cannot use the computer, you cannot do, there's a problem, or a serious problem for that matter. You have to be proficient, you have to be computer literate, be able to use the computer in what you're doing, because this translates to intellectual development that you have for yourself. So you should be able to have all round development. And don't just sit down and you're not doing anything. You're not, see, if you feel that I have a first degree, I'm good, I'm okay. I have first, I don't need to go to school anymore. It's not this, I need to do this. It's okay. You're doing something, you have a skill, what you're doing. Is it business or what you're doing? But if you're not doing, you're working, develop yourself. Because people who have masters are out there, they are looking for work. So if I have a job opportunity and I call for CV, people are coming in. I'll look for the person that is most suitable for it. So if I have someone that has skill, I wouldn't leave that person to employ someone else that doesn't. So personal development is very important. It's something you have to engage in. And that also matters because your brain responds to care and energy. So if your brain responds to care and energy, it means it's important for you as a person to get involved into things that have intellectual stimulation, continuous intellectual stimulation for your brain, so that your brain can be processing things and be working things. There's a joke usually that I give when they say, this person was supposed to respond like this, he didn't respond, why would he behave this way? And I said, the person you're talking about, the head has not processed anything that produced money before. So how do you expect the person to react? I say it in a jovial way, but what it just goes to translate to is that you have to develop your mind. You care for your mind by engaging the mind in things that are intellectual. So you have continuous intellectual stimulation for your brain. In that way, you're making progress and you're shaping yourself in what you're doing, in what you're engaging. Your connectedness, the way you connect to people, you relate with people, your communication with people gets better. If you see someone who is exposed, that is widely traveled, talking, you will know this person is exposed. But if you're not in that class, it becomes very difficult for you to talk about issues when such people are discussing, because those people have seen with their eyes, they have processed with their head, and so they are able to talk about that. So personal development is a good thing, and you have to take care of your brain, care for your brain and energy. And one thing I just heard this weekend, just yesterday actually, for Coach Onoja, Isaac Onoja, he took us on the science, the course I did in it. He took the science of emotions and uh, emotional intelligence, science of emotions and emotional intelligence. A statement he said that caught my attention. He said, learning is the new anti-aging cream. Have you heard that before? I heard it for the first time. And it made so much sense to me that learning is the new anti-aging cream. So what that suggests is that continuous learning and intellectual stimulation is the essential thing that you need to maintain your youthfulness and vitality in this age and time. So if you're out to maintain your youthfulness, your vitality in this age and time, you have to continue to learn. You can't drop the ball. So this concept is just underscores that the idea for intellectual growth and curiosity is a key ingredient that you need daily in your life. You can't pause it. For you to have a fulfilling youthful life, you must continue to do that. And your brain, take care of your brain is a good response that you should have for your brain. So I would say that the view that collectively you reflect on the dynamics of interplay that you have between culture, your personal development, learning, and mind body connection in the shaping of human experience. So, how you interplay between culture, you have belief, you have personal development, your learning, mind and body, thinking, your care of your mind and your body. It will continue to shape your human experience and the outcome of the life that you will live. You get that? So that's all I have for you. Just keep learning. Don't just leave yourself. Learn, get engaged in learning. There are so many places. Education is cheap now. It's cheap now. So you can always get yourself into something you want to learn. In the last video, when I talked about how opportunity making what did I call that? Maximizing opportunities that you have around you. I listed some video, some links and places that you can go that you can get free training. So that will help if you check that video out. I'm going to put the link on this under this video for you to check it out and you'll be able to get some skills in it. You need it. Remember, always remember that learning is the new anti-aging cream. Learning is the new anti-aging cream. For those who are so much into beauty and all, they go to a far length just to get the anti-aging cream because they don't want to look old. In the same way, you don't want to be left behind. So go to that far length also and get education in any form, in any way, skill, whatever you want in it. So thank you for allowing me into your space one more time. Until I come your way again, this is Dr. Oke of the Overflow Life. Bye.